The Weedsman Podcast. ChristopherMedia.net.
Attention Social Security and SSI recipients. If you did not receive an economic impact payment for your eligible spouse or dependents, you may need to file a 2020 tax return with the IRS and claim the recovery rebate credit. Go to ssa.gov/EIP to see if you need to file a tax return and if eligible for other refundable tax credits, like the child tax credit. That's ssa.gov/EIP. Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Hey, don't forget the Johnsons are coming over. I want to find a rosé Jill hasn't tried yet.
Let's go exploring at Total Wine. Their prices are ridiculously low.
Wondrous selection, helpful guides, always low prices. Total Wine and more.
Introducing Peacock, the new free streaming service from NBC Universal. It's hit movies, current shows, live sports, trending bits, and timeless hits. And that's why you can't not watch. Peacock. Watch for free. Upgrade for more. Stream now at peacocktv.com. Law & Order SVU streaming now.
ChristopherMedia.net.
Hey, what's going on?
What are you guys up to?
Oh, little weed, you know.
It's the Weedsman Podcast Nugget.
Zippity what?
Ready to drop the bass? Let's drop the bass.
Whoop-de-doo. What does it all mean?
All the random stuff that didn't fit in Friday's show you'll find here.
Oh, okay.
Hey, man. You got a joint?
Got a little bit of refried smell on your boy?
What that mean?
Please, just give me my weed, all right?
I saw a bumper sticker yesterday that said, it was in your traditional format of a classic bumper sticker.
I break for blank.
The I heart something, right, with the red heart, and it's got the type of font like is on John Lennon's shirt, the New York shirt.
Yeah, gotcha.
It looks like I don't know what you would call that. It looks kind of like a typewriter type of font.
Yeah,
I'm not a font dude, so I don't know.
Your serif type of font. Yeah, it's like
a serif font. I do know that. Yeah. Anyway, so I saw the bumper sticker. It said, "I heart my wife," and it's like, where do you even
newlywed, huh?
Where do you even find that bumper sticker? First of all, like that's. It seems ridiculous to make a bumper sticker for the default position.
The Pussy Whipped store.
Like
his wife put it on his car.
You love your wife because that's why she's your wife, right? Like
allegedly.
Sure. I just thought maybe it was more something to, like, he put it on there so that when he goes to the club, what am I trying to say here?
No, his wife did it. Maybe he's like,
right.
He's a serial philanderer, so she's like tagging her man. Like, oh yeah, I'll put this on his car.
Right before he goes into the gym, he like touches it and he says to him, I love my wife. I love my wife. I love my wife.
Right. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it keeps him on the straight and narrow.
Yeah.
He needs a reminder that he loves his wife.
It's also written on his hand. You love your wife.
I had a few when I was younger, but they were more like logos of bands. But I've never understood bumper stickers that make a statement. Like shit like that. The old the I break for blank or any of that stuff. Or even in this day and age, putting who you fucking voted for on your bumper. No.
Oh, God. Like, why are you asking for trouble?
Or the people that put the fucking family. Great, you didn't pull out. Thanks.
Yeah, you have 5 kids and you all love Star Wars. That's amazing.
Like, these have to be people who have no other creative outlets in their life. Yeah. So I'd use my car to tell people about shit nobody cares about.
I was with my youngest when we saw the I Heart My Wife, and then the next day we're driving around and there's a guy who's got a sticker that just says the Beatles. I'm like, what? You're the guy who loves the Beatles? I've heard so much about you. How do you buy so many records that they go platinum?
Well, like, trust me, as someone who used to do that, looking at it now, a few years down the road, what do we expect? People are going to pull you over and want to listen to their music together? Hey, man, pull over! I got a copy of Abbey Road right here!
Yeah.
Let's jam it out.
You're broadcasting useless information.
Yeah.
Like, at least with the shirt, you could have some small talk. You know, you go to the bank, lady says, oh, hey, I like the Beatles. Yeah.
Isn't it really, doesn't it really get down to it? This person thinks they're so neat, they have to share their stuff with the rest of the world. Isn't that really what's going on?
Yeah.
Maybe that guy really hates his wife, and that's an affirmation.
I just want to get a collection of, like, the most generic and obvious bumper stickers. Like, I heart my wife, even though I'm not married. The Beatles, and something like, blowjobs are awesome.
Or the what? Stop hate, end war. Wow, it's quite a stance you're fucking taking there, buddy.
Right. Well, you know, you have to put those bumper stickers on to combat all the start war bumper stickers that you see out there.
Yeah, and more hate.
Yes.
Yeah. I heart hate.
Yeah, with the H8.
Yeah. Yeah, really, if you think about it, every bumper sticker is all useless information. It should all just say nobody cares.
Yeah.
Remember the ones that
I wonder, there has to be at least, like, I'm sure if you polled everyone in the universe, somebody would have a story about some kind of meet cute involving a bumper sticker.
Right. And I think this might be somebody's routine, but the bumper stickers that say follow me to blank. Like, dude, what if somebody did that? You'd be freaked the fuck out.
No, that's Adam Carolla. He's talking about follow me to the children's library. And he's like, the police would be behind me.
No, but I mean, in general, if someone's doing that, like, why is this motherfucker following me? Oh, yeah, I have a bumper sticker that says follow me.
Yeah, this is some, like, some 90s observation comic shtick that we're doing here. What is the deal with bumper stickers?
Who cares about bumper stickers?
I don't want to know what you'd rather be doing. I just hope have your eyes on the road.
Now, let's be honest. It's a white people thing, right?
It's a white people thing, yeah. Because it's
I don't think I've ever seen... I mean, I can't say ever, considering where we live, but I don't think I've ever seen...
Generally speaking, it's a white people thing. I think it's safe to say that. We're not saying that no person of color has ever put a store-bought bumper sticker on it, on their vehicle.
I will say the brothers, they will put, instead of a bumper sticker, they will put the logo of the car they're driving, big as fuck, on the back
they'll
of their
go
window.
Full wrap. You know, you'll have
they're driving a Chevy. There's
somebody.
There's a big bow tie, or there's a big Ford symbol.
Yeah.
Trust me, black people get in on their useless information too, but it's not bumper stickers.
A man locked his head in a cage to attempt. And there's a picture.
What kind of cage?
This is some fucking Seven shit. He did this to himself.
Like what's in the box?
He was trying to quit smoking, and so he made a cage for his head out of. I'm assuming that it's a bird cage. That's what he made it out of.
What the fuck?
It kind of looks like a fencing mask or something.
Just don't smoke. How much did you smoke that you had to build a fucking bird cage around your face?
He said he'd been smoking 2 packets of cigarettes every day since he was 16.
How old is he? 94?
He is, what is his age? I don't see it in here anywhere. And they don't show a picture of him without the cage on his head, so it's difficult. Like the picture with him staring straight at the camera, that's kind of scary.
It looks like it's like a rejected Marvel villain.
It kind of does.
Like Marlon Brando wants to join the MCU.
It also makes him look like he looks like a random villain from GoldenEye, the Nintendo 64 game.
It says he's been smoking for over 2 decades. Since he was 16,
since
2 decades,
16,
so he's probably 40-ish.
Well, over 2 decades, that only puts him at 30-ish.
Well, it says over 2 decades, so I'm doing a plus or minus. Say 40-ish.
If he's not 40, he's pushing it.
Yeah, and smoking 2 packs a day since you're 16, he probably looks 50.
It says he can eat crackers through the wiring and sip on water, but not much else. Okay, so if you can fit a cracker through a hole and you can get a straw through it, couldn't you get a cigarette through it?
Right.
I think this is actually the lengths he's willing to go to still smoke.
Does it show how much he loves cigarettes?
No. I'm thinking that this guy he's still smoking. He says he goes to work. What is his job? Does it say in here? Like he goes to work with the cage on his head and leaves the key with his wife and kid. So I'm thinking that when he goes to work, he's just smoking like a chimney through that cage. And then when he comes home, the wife's like, "Have you been smoking?" He's like, "How could I? You have the key.
You have the key. There's a cage around my face. It's crazy."
Yeah. He got the idea from David Blaine or something. No, look, watch. No, watch. Which I haven't had a cigarette. And then he exhales some
I don't know, but I'm
smoke.
willing to bet perhaps there is no wife and kids.
It says...
I'm sure a spouse might have stepped in and went, "What the fuck are you doing?" while building the cage. No, but it says he has a wife and kids.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, she gets an F in the wife department. Your spouse is supposed to tell you when you're being an idiot.
I get gnarly night sweats and have fantasies about caving people's heads in over the slightest thing every time I try, meaning every time that he tries to quit smoking.
So you're probably a psycho, and it has nothing to do with cigarettes.
He's sleep fighting.
Yeah, like Ron Swanson.
Yeah, well, that sounds awful. Only when I'm losing.
Yeah. Did you finally start watching that show?
Yes, I did.
Oh, it's an awesome show.
Yeah, I started. I'm almost through season 2, so I've seen quite a few episodes before, so I knew the general setup of it. And I've heard a lot of people say season 1 is kind of rough, and so I figured I can always come back to season 1 and save that as a little treat after I watched everything else. But I wanted to really get into the show. So, and even season 2, you still got that weird doofus that's dating Anne, and I'm
Mark
like,
Brandanowitz.
He is such a
but the first season they were trying to be The Office. They were trying to make her female Michael Scott. They adjusted shit the second season. The end of the second season is where the show really becomes what it is. Put it this way. If I had to compare it to The Office, you're just about to come into season 4. You are about to get into Parks and Rec. Season 3 and on, you are getting into the meat of the show.
Yep. No, and I'm enjoying it. I find it to be really funny.
Especially being from the Midwest, it is hilarious.
Oh, absolutely. No, my dad's got a lot of Ron Swanson in him for sure. We all know
people with a lot of Ron Swanson in them, especially where we live. If you've seen, I'm not sure what season it's in. It might be Teach a Man to Fish, Eats for a Day. Don't teach a man to fish. Don't teach a man to fish, and you still eat anyway. He's a grown man. Fishing's not that hard.
Yes. I think I just watched that episode. And yeah, so halfway through season 2 is where, what's her name? April and
Andy.
Yeah, April and Andy finally start, well, they're doing their will they, won't they for this season, I guess.
Now, once Rob Lowe and Adam Scott show up, the show really kicks into high gear. It becomes what it is.
Yeah.
Andy Dwyer is, he's one of the most underrated TV characters ever. Maybe at the time in my life when I was introduced to Andy Dwyer, there were some parallels. He's essentially an overgrown kid, but just the way Chris Pratt plays him and the comic timing, and a lot of the stuff that you could tell is improvs. It is. Everyone talks about Ron Swanson and all the other people on that show, but Chris Pratt is fucking hilarious.
There's more subtlety than people give him credit for.
Yes,
in his performance too. When somebody shows up with a puppy, and it's presented to Anne and Leslie and Andy are all kind of doing a walk and talk down the hallway, and then they encounter the puppy, and Andy says something stupid like, "Oh, it's your little pupperino" or something, and everyone goes, "Oh," and he goes, "Yeah, I do say the cutest stuff, don't I?"
Yeah.
You just that's the joke. Andy thinks that They're awing at him.
And Aziz Ansari, like, he's sleazy his first 2 seasons. They lighten up on that by season 3.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't really... Like, I'm all down for the horn dog character, and that works, but, like, yeah, it's really borderline creepy. Like, I love when he's just about to meet somebody that I think it was when he was going to the beauty... He was, helping out with the beauty contest or something. But he says, I got to spend some time in my cologne cloud.
Oh, yeah.
And he just starts spritzing the whole interior of the car. They're inside the car still, and he's like just spritzing the whole car. And Leslie gets out, and he's like, door, shut it.
Now, they pivot him to just a crazy fucking... They essentially turn him into the crazy eccentric millennial character.
Right. Yeah, he gets to be the butt of all these crazy kids jokes.
Yes and no. Just you'll see.
Well, like, it goes both ways. You know, you get to make jokes also about how out of touch the other characters are.
Yeah.
The Weedsman Podcast. ChristopherMedia.net.
For the ones who get going when the going gets tough, and the ones who know we're tougher together. For the Pathfinders breaking new ground, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, as well as fast access to experts and 24/7 customer support. Because we know you have people depending on you, so you can always depend on us. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Attention Social Security and SSI recipients. If you did not receive an economic impact payment for your eligible spouse or dependents, you may need to file a 2020 tax return with the IRS and claim the recovery rebate credit. Go to ssa.gov/EIP to see if you need to file a tax return and if eligible for other refundable tax credits, like the child tax credit. That's ssa.gov/EIP. Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Time to fire up the grill.
Time to go to Total Wine and find the perfect flavor to pair with those burgers.
Ooh, I love their beer cooler.
You love their prices even more.
Wondrous selection, helpful guides, ridiculously low prices. Total Wine and more.
ChristopherMedia.net. The Weedsman Podcast.
So I heard that they're doing a 3rd season of Master of None.
Yes, but it's not going to feature him. It's going to feature his friend, the black lesbian. It's going to feature her.
Okay. I like her. I think she's really funny, actually. But that's unfortunate. So what does that mean? Like,
it's going to be like a spin-off, sort of.
Okay.
It's I forget the title, but it's going to be Master of None : something. And then it's going to feature...
But he's still involved, right? Like, did he just decide that it wasn't worth all the nonsense to be a personality and just go behind the scenes? And
yeah, he's behind the scenes on this one. He's still involved, but he's not on screen.
Might be the smartest move for him. I mean, I think he's really funny. He could probably write for just about anybody, because I don't think, like... I don't know. I think, like, his stand-up, he does, like, his characters and stuff, and he has a certain type of... He has, like, personalities that he does, and he has a certain type of humor, but I don't think that... He's not, like, a character-driven... I think he's just generally funny.
He's a storyteller stand-up.
Yeah, and he could write material for any number of different shows or comedians or whatever.
He's like Adam Carolla. Adam Carolla tells stories.
Yeah.
He's not up there going, what is the deal with airline? Yeah, he's not up there doing the, like a lot of comedians, the quick, you know, like Louis C.K. I picked him, like someone who just goes up there and, you know, they do the rapid fire. It's a routine. Bill Burr. Bill Burr's like that.
Yeah.
A better example, you know? Yeah, storytellers are hilarious in their own way. It's a different style of stand-up, and his routine about 50 Cent and the grapefruit is fucking hilarious.
Yes, and I do hope to see more of him in something, because I think he also has that that talent for performance where he can tell just mediocre jokes and sell them. You know, he's just funny to look at, and I don't mean that as like, oh, look at the funny like Asian dude. You know, it just he has that Jim Carrey.
Oh yeah, he knows how to work his face. Kind of
quality that it's like even when the jokes are like 99% presentation, they still work.
Have you seen the episode
even when he's mugging it
where he discovers Duke Silver?
Yeah,
yeah. I mean.
Oh, dude, he freaks
the look
out.
The look on his face, he never says a word, and you laugh your ass off.
Yeah.
He doesn't say one word. It's just how he looks at the camera.
Yeah. And you know exactly what he's thinking about.
Yeah. And trust me, he has plenty more of those moments. You're season 2, you got 4 more seasons. He's got plenty other moments like that, too.
Yeah.
No, he knows. He knows how to mug. That's part
it
of
only
his
took
shtick.
15 months inside for me to finally get to Parks and Rec.
I was showing another new TV show. You heard of Tacoma FD?
I've heard of it, but
it's a Broken Lizard TV show. It's fucking awesome.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
There's so many of those, like, city and like division of government shows that just kind of blended in with it.
Yeah, no, it's not a serious FD show. It is a
right.
Yeah, no, Farva's the boss. It only has 2 of the Broken Lizard, the ones that we all know from Beer Fest and Super Troopers.
Yeah,
I've only seen
Slammin' Salmon.
Yeah, there's 2 of them that are on there regularly. I have seen a couple other of the guys on there in like cameos.
Mm-hmm.
But still, it's hilarious. They got 2 seasons out right now. It's on HBO Max because it's on True TV.
Okay, great. I have HBO Max.
But my buddy was like, "Hey, he's like, it's Broken Lizard." I'm like, "Broken Lizard TV show? Cool." I've been watching I've been rewatching the same 3 shows for like a year. It's like I use something new.
But it's on True TV, so it's like basic cable level, or is it actually like an HBO?
No, it's basic cable level. But if you want to watch, you can watch. Like you have Xfinity, you can watch season 2 for free because it's part of True TV. But if you want to watch season 1 for free, you got to get it off HBO Max. Otherwise, you got to pay $3 an episode.
I got my HBO Max.
Got one too. Got my in-laws login.
Yeah. Did you see that tiger that got loose in Houston?
I saw the story about it, but I didn't see. Is Joe Exotic out?
Yeah. Did you? There's video of it, of this fucking big ass tiger just hanging out on the lawn.
And did it escape from the zoo? Was it somebody's pet?
I don't know if there's been follow up on it in the story that I read.
Or in this day and age of reporting, we don't ask these questions anymore. We're just like, hey, a tiger's in Houston.
Yeah.
No, hey, why? They don't live around here.
Yeah, the story that in the New York Post so this was yesterday as we're recording this on the 10th, and they don't know any of the background of like where this tiger came from. I mean, apparently it came from this house because some guy came out and got it and took it back into the house. But if not the top video of the cop talking, if you scroll down to the Twitter post, you can see the video of the tiger if you want to see it.
I love the quote in the article. Fuck you and your fucking tiger. Or is it fuck you and fuck your tiger?
Yeah, there was a guy that was like pointing a gun at it. He was threatening to shoot the tiger. Which I can understand if a tiger approached me, but also the guy appears to have been driving around. What the fuck? Fucking idiots. That was the guy. That was the guy in the truck.
Yeah, right?
No,
fuck you and fuck your tiger.
Yeah.
And he peeled out.
I don't know. So this guy is out of his truck. What are you doing? That doesn't even sound healthy. I don't think your car works, dude. That does not sound like a transmission that's engaging with anything.
Right? Could just be roasting his tires. Is there a big cloud of smoke outside your house?
There is now. Fucking idiots.
I mean, who would want a tiger, though? Like, I'm finding a house cat's enough for me, man. The fuck would you want? Like, hey, it's like a cat, only like 10 times bigger and with fucking 14 times more maintenance.
Yeah, I'm guessing that this person did not get this for a pet.
Was it like security?
No, they're probably selling it.
They work at the zoo. They brought it home with them. Hey.
Probably going to some, oil baron over in the Middle East.
Hey, next week I get to bring home a rhino, guys.
But yeah, my only point with the guy with the gun was like, why do you have to get out and point your weapon? I understand that you're
Texas.
armed, right? But you should just get back into your truck. That's your best protection from it. And there doesn't seem to be anybody else in the area that was immediately threatened. So, call the proper authorities and hang out and monitor the situation if you want. But
because it's 2021, dude, everyone's got to be a hero in some way, shape, or form. This guy's going to protect the neighborhood from the tiger.
Yeah.
Hey, to his credit, he at least didn't shoot it and let the guy take it inside.
I will give them that he didn't shoot it, and from the video and the photos that I've seen of it, the guy had proper trigger control. I didn't ever see his trigger finger on the actual trigger. He did point the gun at when the tiger got close enough to him. But also, I mean, the tiger was like less than 15, maybe 12 feet from this guy when he finally was pointing the gun right at him and started backing up from the tiger. And I'm like, by that time it's too late. A tiger can close that gap in no time.
Yeah.
And unless you get a really lucky shot that's right in the middle of its head, which how are you going to get that on a charging tiger at?
Yeah.
It's you'd have to be incredibly lucky to beat that tiger with a handgun at that range. Now, 20 feet away, given it a little bit of time to get off one or two or three shots maybe before the thing is on top of me, maybe I've got a better chance of not being mauled to death. Well, there's a dude on Twitter who witnessed the whole thing. Video shared in a neighborhood forum. You could hear the guy say he worked for the zoo or something to that effect.
Oh, what? You get to bring home something every weekend? Like I said, hey, next weekend I'm bringing home an emu.
Yeah, that's not really a good excuse, right? Because even if he told the cops, don't worry, I work for the zoo, he's not going to be like, oh, that wraps everything up. Obviously, this guy is just bringing his tiger home from work.
It's like getting caught with a hooker.
No.
It's okay, I work at the strip club.
Right. Well, I mean, if the cops came because you were in a Lamborghini doing donuts on somebody's lawn, you couldn't just go, it's okay, I work at the Lamborghini dealership.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
They'd be like, okay, well, now we're going to call your boss and tell him. Not only are you going to jail, you're fired.
Yeah, what possible scenario exists? Is he a vet? Or this guy works at the zoo and he brings home a tiger for the weekend?
Well, apparently he fled. He got in his car with the tiger.
Is this jailbreak? Do you feel bad? The tiger's friend?
He took off.
They're not going to get you.
Well, there's something. Maybe they're in love.
Hey, it's 2021. Everything's on the table.
Maybe he does work for the zoo, and he was like, fuck it.
I raised you since you were a cub. What's the tiger's name in Jungle Book? Shere Khan?
Maybe he was... maybe he was getting it for, what's his name from Grandma's Boy? What was the drug dealer's name?
Oh, Dante. No, he was getting
Dante.
He got a lion.
Oh, that's right. He got a lion. He's going to hook me up with the lion. Yeah.
And I ran outside and went, whoa, it's the fucking king of the jungle. So then I went in and called the 5-0.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. He's on the news acting like a witness, like he doesn't know what's going on, why there's a lion in the neighborhood.
I was like, holy shit, it's the king of the jungle.
Yeah. I guess I can understand why people think that movie's stupid, but it's stupid in a good way. That
movie is stupid hilarious.
Yeah.
That was Adam Sandler wanted to make a pop movie, but didn't want to damage his brand.
Makes sense.
Like
he's managed to keep his brand of raunchy comedy family friendly.
Yeah.
To the point where he can still get Netflix deals all day long.
In an alternate universe, he's the lead role in Grandma's Boy.
Yeah. But he didn't want to be, I mean, his career probably would have went the path of, I don't know, Rob Schneider.
Right.
If he did that.
Yeah, Schneider still does all right. He's one of the people in all those grown-ups movies. Fine. No, there was another movie, Benchwarmers. That was another one. Adam Sandler must have been busy because there's a parallel universe where he plays the lead in Benchwarmers and not Rob Schneider.
You know, a movie I watched again recently, I hadn't seen this in forever. Have you seen Osmosis Jones?
I've never seen that movie. Isn't that a cartoon?
It's a Farrelly Brothers movie that's mostly animated. There are some live action parts because it takes place inside of Bill Murray's body. And the plot is like Bill Murray eats an egg that's contaminated and there's a disease, and Osmosis Jones is a white blood cell. And he's got to track it down.
So is the Farrelly Brothers trying to make a kids movie?
Yeah, I think it succeeds. I mean, I remember my kids, I think my oldest watched it more than a few times, because I know that I've seen it like numerous times before. But neither one of them remembered it. I watched it with my youngest recently, and she actually really enjoyed it. I don't know. It's kind of cheesy, but it holds up as a fun movie.
Bill Murray needed some money. Yeah, I'll do it.
Well, that's the worst parts of it are the live action. Strangely, you've got Bill Murray and Chris Elliott doing a lot of scenes together in that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Bill Murray and Chris Elliott, and the live action part is the worst part?
Well, it's just looks like dog shit. It's like they put the animation looks great, and all the live action looks weird and really shitty. And they did like every shot that's not a single or a close up is with the wide angle lens. And I don't know if they were like going for some sort of like distortion to separate it from the animated stuff they were doing. It just looks like shit.
I couldn't even tell you when that movie was out.
I want to say probably like around 2000, 99, 01, somewhere around there.
2001.
2001.
That's probably why. I turned 21 in 2000.
So what? We're not that far away from like Cool World, right?
That was out when I was in like middle school.
So what was that? 95?
No, I think like that was like early 90s.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've never seen any of these stills ever.
It's not bad. You got Chris Rock doing the lead as Osmosis Jones, and David Hyde Pierce is Drax, something like that. He's basically, it's short for whatever medication he's supposed to be. He's a pill. So that's a straight.
David Hyde Pierce is playing somebody uptight? Shocking.
Yeah. But he does a really good job too he has this big superhero voice that he does. So he's not his usual like namby-pamby character. And it's basically their plot is a buddy cop movie. You've got the loose cannon and the uptight guy.
Yeah, Bill Murray, Larry Fishburne, Brandy, Billy Schatz.
Yeah.
Opie, and he's not directing.
Oh, yeah, he's got a small part. He's like a...
What's it, for a voice actor, he's got a good voice. Kid Rock was in it. He was Kidney Rock.
Yes, there's a musical performance.
Joe C., Chris Elliott, Molly Shannon. Wow, yeah. Yeah, I was 21, 22 when this came out. I was busy.
It's a fun movie. I think it's a fun movie to just, if you want something to throw on while you're hanging out with somebody, something that you don't have to be like involved with to follow, and you can talk over the boring parts. Like, it's fun for a hangout movie. And the animation style is really solid. Like, everything animated takes place inside the body, so everything's like super squishy.
Really fluid.
Yeah.
Literally. Isn't it inner space for kids? Isn't that what inner space was?
Well, yeah, I was describing the movie to one of my kids, and I was like, so basically there's something else that came out like after Inner Space, but before Osmosis Jones. But yeah, I was like, it's this, which was a copy of Inner Space, which is a copy of, what was the old movie where they went into the shrunken down ship into the guy's body?
That I do not know.
Yeah,
but I bet you they watched it on MSK or MST 3000 at some point.
I've been reading the original story of the Incredible Shrinking Man, which was a movie that always freaked me out as a kid. They would run that on like a Saturday afternoon. And it was about, I can't remember how it happens in the movie, but something happens, some sort of accident or something makes the guy just start shrinking. And he eventually he's smaller than a spider. Like the book starts with him running from a spider. And that's like his whole life is like he's trapped in a basement and he's hoping not to get eaten by this fucking spider.
That's nightmare fuel right there.
Well, so
that was like as an adult.
That was the tense part, the battles with the spider. But the head fuck part was the end of the movie. He finally gets to a window at a basement window. So, basement windows way up high, the skinny little windows. So he gets all the way up there and he gets to escape the spider, which, I mean, I would have stayed in the basement because you just got like a contained area of like things to deal with. Out in the yard, you're going to have to be running from birds and squirrels and all kinds of shit.
Ants, other insects.
Yes, yeah. But he's still shrinking. And so he's standing at the window, and he's so small now that he can actually squeeze through the screen. And he talks about how he's going to continue to shrink until he's so small that he just can't exist anymore, right? And he would just disappear into nothing. And that was the part that kept me up as a kid, thinking about that shit.
Where do you go? I mean, you just think he would just get, based on the premise, he would just get,
well,
he would always be conscious. He would just eventually be super, super, super microscopic.
Right. Well, I mean, I guess you could get to a point where you're so small that you couldn't have, complete organs made out of atoms anymore, right? You could, like the structurally, you just couldn't support it. There would be, I think, a downward limit. Yeah, I think you would just disintegrate. Or maybe you would get so small that you would actually, you would enter another smaller universe that exists inside of ours. Maybe there's a whole submicroscopic universe.
Yeah, especially if you got smaller than atoms. I'm sure the universe would look far different.
Are you looking for a new job? Iron Mountain is having a hiring event May 25th, 2021 to hire experienced drivers and movers right away. Only 6 months of driving experience required for the driver roles that start at $19 per hour, with a potential for up to $50 per hour with tips and bonuses. If you want a physical job that keeps you in shape and want to work for a great company, text Iron Jobs to 25,000 to book your interview spot today.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Oh, that's a cheer we used to do in softball.
What? It's, actually Geico's.
Whenever someone hit a triple, we would wave our bats and yell, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more. But we never got to use it because we would only hit home runs. Annoying.
The phrase is from Geico because they help save people money.
Geico? Yeah, they were our team sponsor.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Oh, that's a cheer we used to do in softball.
What? It's, actually Geico's.
Whenever someone hit a triple, we would wave our bats and yell, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more. But we never got to use it because we would only hit home runs. Annoying.
The phrase is from Geico because they help save people money.
Geico? Yeah, they were our team sponsor.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Weedsman Podcast. ChristopherMedia.net.